So it amazes me. I'm hearing all these YouTubers saying they're disturbed that Pope Leo would say he feels the presence of Pope Francis from heaven. Doesn't he know there's a process? This is dangerous. And it just cracks me up when these YouTubers are going to judge the Pope, and this Pope in particular, who has a doctorate degree in canon law, is Pope, was a cardinal, was a bishop, was a priest. Like, we have to explain this to him because we're YouTubers. We know better than the Pope. So for those of you who are getting confused by these YouTubers, let me just tell you clearly. Canon law 1404 says no one judges the Pope. And tradition teaches us what that means, that only a Pope could judge a Pope. So only Pope Leo XIV could judge Pope Francis. And the canonization process that these guys are all worried about, at the end, the Pope makes the final decision. It's kind of like when the lawfare against Donald Trump was heavy, and they were saying, oh, he took classified materials home, and he said, I declassified them. Oh, there's a process. No, at the end of the day, the president gets to decide what's classified and what isn't. The process is just a tool to help the president. The canonization process is a tool to guide the Pope. At the end of the day, the Pope in the Catholic Church, if you're Catholic, he is our ultimate judge on earth. Jesus is the king of the church. It's Jesus' body, but he gives Peter the keys and the authority to bind and loose, to make decisions on earth. So the Pope is the judge. I think the real problem, the real crisis in the church, because all these guys are talking about the church is in crisis, the church is, oh my goodness, the church is in the worst shape it's ever been in. No, what I believe the real crisis is, well, in America, my friends in Africa and Asia tell me they don't have this crisis, but it's an American thing. It's all about the American dollar. The American crisis, the Catholic crisis in America, is Catholics so worried that the Pope and the bishops aren't following the laws. They're like little legalists, little mini canon lawyers that never got a degree in canon law. Say, no, this canon lawyer is wrong. Cardinal Burke is wrong. Pope Leo is wrong. He's not following the law. And you have all these people so worried and so concerned about legalistic things and the law, and they're forgetting to love Jesus. They're forgetting to love their neighbor as themselves. They're more concerned about what the Pope is doing in the Vatican than what's going on in their own house. Are you loving your wife like Christ loved the church? Are you loving your neighbor as much as you love yourself? Are you more concerned about your personal holiness than the holiness of Pope Leo that you'll probably never meet? So that's the crisis in the church. So God bless and stay Catholic.